The biggest problem with most morning routines is that they are too complicated. There's so many steps that it becomes unmanageable and overwhelming, and then you quit. So in this video, I want to share with you the one morning routine that will change your life forever. It has only 3 simple steps. Step no. Wake up early. Now, there's so much scientific evidence of how important sleep is for our mental health, physical health, productivity, and success in life. But we live in a society where we're told to do more work, do more business. And because of that, we start sacrificing our sleep, and staying up late and waking up early becomes a distant memory. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can make a conscious effort to put our sleep back into our lives. And this can be as simple as just waking up earlier by 30 minutes. If you go to bed at 12 o'clock and you wake up at 9, try going to bed at 11 and waking up at 8:30. It has such a small difference, yet it adds up to a whole extra hour of sleep. This one extra hour can do wonders for your mental clarity, your energy levels, and your overall well-being. For me personally, I love waking up early. The thing I love the most about waking up early is the peace and quiet. When everyone around you is still sleeping, you have the whole world to yourself. You can enjoy a cup of coffee in solitude, or just sit quietly and reflect on your thoughts. Waking up early gives you the opportunity to start your day on your own terms, without the distractions of others. It's a time for you to set the tone for the rest of the day. I think it's very romantic to wake up early. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you woke up before everyone else? How does it feel? In my opinion, there's something special about being awake when no one else is. It's a moment of tranquility and introspection that can help you focus on what really matters. It's also a great time to disconnect from the distractions of social media and other digital devices. Instead, use this time to connect with yourself and reflect on your goals and aspirations. By setting aside this time for yourself, you'll be able to start your day feeling refreshed and ready to take on whatever challenges come your way. So if you want to make a positive change in your life, try waking up earlier by just 30 minutes. It may seem like a small step, but it can have a big impact on your overall well-being and success. Now, once you've successfully managed to wake up earlier, it's time for step number 2. Make your bed. Now, this might sound like an obvious step, but hear me out. Making your bed is the first task of your day, and it sets the tone for everything else that follows. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who made their beds in the morning were more likely to complete tasks and follow through on their commitments than those who didn't. But beyond the science, there's a certain satisfaction that comes with having a neatly made bed. It's a sense of accomplishment and order that can carry over into the rest of your day. When you make your bed, you're essentially training your brain to pay attention to detail and follow through on small tasks. These are skills that can be applied to everything else in life. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who took the time to organize their physical space were better able to manage their finances and meet their long-term goals. Making your bed isn't just about having a nice place to sleep at night. It's about setting yourself up for success in every area of your life. So don't underestimate the power of this simple task. So after you've woken up, take a few minutes to make your bed. It's a small investment that can pay off in big ways. And now it's time for step 3. Do your hardest task first. Now, I know that we all have different types of personalities. Some of us like to tackle things head on, and others prefer to warm up to the task at hand. However, in almost all cases, it's best to do your hardest task first thing in the morning. Let me explain why. First, it's important to understand that our willpower and motivation aren't unlimited resources. They're actually quite fragile and can be easily depleted throughout the day. If you think about it, when you wake up in the morning, you have a finite amount of willpower to spend. As you start making decisions throughout the day, you gradually deplete your willpower reserves until eventually you get to a point where you just cut. You muster up the strength to do the things that you need to do. It's like trying to run a marathon without refueling. At some point, you're going to burn out and give up. Now, imagine you've decided to save money this year and cut back on your spending. Every time you see something that you want to buy, you have to resist the urge to buy it and instead choose to save your money. Over time, these small decisions add up, and eventually you reach a point where you've saved enough money to buy something that you really want. In this example, You've been able to resist temptation and stay focused on your goal, even when it would have been easy to quit. But it wasn't easy. It took a lot of willpower and discipline to stay on track and achieve your financial goal. That is so important to do your hardest task first thing in the morning when you have the most willpower to spend. Procrastinating and doing your hardest task later in the day when you're re-exhausted is like trying to run a marathon without refueling. Eventually you'll burn out and give up. By doing your hardest task first thing in the morning, you're setting yourself up for success. You're giving yourself the best chance of achieving your goals and dreams. Don't wait until you have all the willpower in the world to tackle your hardest tasks. Start your day off right and do it first. So there you have it, the perfect morning routine that will change your life. It only takes 3 simple steps, but the benefits can be felt throughout the entire day and even in the long term. Try it out for yourself and let me know how it goes in the comments below. Also, if you want to learn how to become the strongest and smartest man in the room, click the video on the screen now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.